Hey everyone, this is Gloria. What's going on? I wanted to pop in here with you guys. Yeah, I'm still just sitting in the moment. I can't believe the day has come that my book is finally going to be published. It's a bit traumatizing, and it's hard to take it in. It's a dream come true. It's excuse me. It's been some time that I've been dreaming of this day to come, and in talking with different people of all different ages, especially the older generation, and they tell you things like the things that they regretted, and the things mostly that they regretted was not doing what they really wanted to do. Like, even if they were Christian, like even if they were serving the Lord, I know that, we give our lives to the Lord, and now it's His will, not our will, and all these things. But, a Father who loves us desires for us to have good things. He's not sitting up there going, no, you can't write a book, because it's your will and not mine. But, something like that that you dream of, that glorifies Him, that gives Him the glory, is something that, He will make happen somehow, some way. But you got to put your effort into it, that's for sure. Because, there were days when I was crying, and then days when I was like, the whole day I didn't go anywhere or eat or anything, trying to, put in the amount of work that I needed to put into that. You really, doing stuff like that isn't, it's not for the faint of heart. People, if you've seen the behind the scenes, stuff that goes on when you, put your heart to something like that, you look like a crazy lady. You really do. You look crazy. You're in your pajamas all day, and you didn't eat, you didn't drink water, and you're just like delirious, but you're in this kind of Holy Spirit zone where you're just like cranking this out, right? And it's kind of, really vulnerable to show the behind the scenes things. A lot of people don't show really the behind the scenes thing. I showed you a little glimpse, my hair is all messed up, and I'm like, I stood up to do the video, and I hadn't drank any water, and I hadn't eaten, and so when I stood up, I was, whoa, and then I went to go do the video. So you see me like kind of putting myself together a bit. And so the book is here, and I don't feel like vulnerable about that. I'm quite excited about it, only because I'm a real and raw person, from that generation. I wear my heart on my sleeve, kind of, there's not really too much hidden, but I want to encourage you that, this book isn't about, although it is about me, it isn't about me per se, that, all you're going to read is my story. What you're going to see is you're going to see yourself in that story. You're going to see the things that you struggled with. You're going to see the things that you may be struggling with right now, and you don't know how to get out of it. You don't know what to do next, or even how to have hope. but you're going to see that this is for you. And so I wrote the book with you in mind, but it is through my story, because my story resonates with a lot of people, a lot of pastors, who had setbacks, a lot of you out there, because a lot of people who have gone through the things that I've gone through in the ministry, you know the things that I've been through, they don't make it. You don't see them anymore. They're not around, and some of them have even fully walked away from God. I didn't have any of that. I didn't walk away from God. I didn't have a backslidden moment. I didn't do that. I fought so hard. Not that I needed to fight hard, but I stayed in places where I could be accountable in a safe way, because the people that I needed to or wanted to be accountable to abandoned me, rejected me. So I wasn't able to be accountable to them. So and it wasn't safe. If people are doing that to you and rejecting you and stuff like that, don't force yourself to be there. It's not safe. You're not going to grow. And I thank God that, I listened to my inner Holy Spirit and the instincts that I have, from a lot of the years of motocross. And got around people who, didn't care about that. They didn't care about my past or any of those things. And they just came alongside of me. They weren't trying to be over me. They just came alongside of me. Because they knew that I wasn't, I wasn't somebody who needed, training or anything like that. I wasn't someone who needed mentoring. I needed a friend. I just needed a friend. That's it. I didn't need to be, told what to do. A friend and an open door, and in some places people trusted me, ministries trusted me and let me go, let me do, what I was able to do. And I left my imprint in places, the imprint that where God uses me, the best that He uses me. And then I went into places where I got further training and, in crisis and trauma and all those things. And now the book is a result of all of that. All the 40 years now, not quite 40 years just yet. September, it will be 40 years. My daughter's getting married in September, and I want to do a celebration to mark, all of those events, the book and the 40 years. And so, you will, pretty quickly see me. I'm talking with friends behind the scenes, friends I've known for a long time. And then other people that want to get alongside of me. I am not training her, but kind of walking her through, because she's in the season, in kind of the beginning of the season that I have already passed through. And so, I'm working with her to get her to the place where she thrives and and the dreams that she wants to come alive. And so I know that she has the potential. I know that, but she's working with me. And you're gonna eventually see some things go up where I'm gonna do some invites. I've been telling you I'm gonna be doing the invites, but I had to get my house together, so I didn't have any furniture. And I do have my bedroom and things, and my podcast studio. That's about it. I didn't have any living room furniture. I have my cooking stuff and all that, but I just lagged on the stuff. But I have some furniture now, putting that together so that I can get people to come over my house. You know, I do lead a full-blown ministry. Heart of the City San Diego is what it's called. And so yeah, that's just a little bit of what's going on, that I just kept in my back pocket, didn't tell anyone. And now it's finally coming to fruition. And it kind of tickles my belly a little bit, okay? But anyway, bye, peace out. I'm gonna go. I gotta go to work. Bye. I still work regular job. Not gonna let go of my regular job. I love going to that job. It's just my, you know, I love connecting with the people. I just love, you know, going. And sometimes it's annoying, you know, it's a regular job, and sometimes it's annoying, but you know, but this is like anything else. But it's not the same, like, you know, you're going to like I used to work for this medical company that was inside a building the whole day, and it was horrible. And then I worked at the airport, and you can never go outside. And so that was even worse. And so I quit the airport. I quit like within like 2 months. But this job, man, I just love going to work and, you know, talking with the people and encouraging people and, you know, hearing stories and telling my story and all the, yeah, I get to do all of that. I get to be an emergency responder and, you know, all of those things and practice my skills and that. So it's fulfilling, you know, it's a fulfilling thing to go to. So that's what I'm going to go right now. Peace out. Bye.